You will see people across the board, those who have a niche and those who don't, and you will hear advice from people who tell you that you should never work in a niche. But be wary of writing something off until you've tried it. There are exceptions to the rule. I've been working in a well-defined niche now for 6 years, and it's been instrumental to helping me grow my business very quickly. That doesn't mean I can't take projects outside of that or work with people outside of my usual industry. I do. But having a niche has opened a lot of doors and has positioned me as an expert with my clients. In this chapter, you'll learn more about how to break down what you do as a freelancer and how that relates to niching. Then you will learn how the pros and cons of niching affect what you do on a day-to-day basis, how you sell to clients, and whether it is better for the clients if you specialize in their industry or in the type of project that you provide. Ways to niche as a freelance writer. There are 2 different ways you can niche. The first is by project. For example, you will see people who operate in a general category as a freelancer, like a graphic designer. But they might choose to only do logos or perhaps create branded PDF books. That's because logos or branded PDF books are very specific projects. This approach is different from the graphic designer who takes on all projects. That person would be called a generalist. You can also niche by industry. For example, you might work with a particular sector of the industry. And it can be broad, such as working as a virtual assistant in the real estate industry, but then that can get narrower, such as posting real estate listings for international real estate agents. Now here's the unique thing about these 2 ways to niche. You can do one or the other, you can do none of those, or you can do both. I do both. 90% of the time I write search engine optimized blogs, which is an example of niching by project. I write them for attorneys and the marketing agencies who help them. I've narrowed my niche on both of those scopes, which helps when I'm marketing my business to new people because then they know exactly what I do and it telegraphs my level of expertise. Tip: niching positions you as the expert in your industry, which can help you attract more of your ideal clients. A project or industry niche isn't a must, but it's a good way to scale things down and stay focused during your day-to-day. This is because one of the best productivity hacks as a freelance writer is to keep your brain in one lane at any given time. What happens when you ask your brain to do 15 different things during the day? It's exhausting. Your brain experiences fatigue. For example, when you think about people like Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs, they always wear the same clothes every day, right? That's because of decision fatigue. People in CEO roles and high-level positions within companies have to make massive numbers of decisions and process a tremendous amount of information every day. As a freelancer, you kind of have to do that too. You have to get to know clients very quickly, decide what's in their best interests, and put your best foot forward and produce an amazing project every single time. Then, if you're lucky, you get to continue that relationship with the client. But it can be tiring if you're jumping from one task to another all day long. Getting more focused and productive with niching. One of the reasons I started niching is because I found that I was moving a lot faster when I was only working on certain types of projects. No matter what type of freelancer you are, if you have clients all over the board, that might appeal to you because there's variety. You never get stuck writing about the same things, and you might even enjoy going from topic to topic. This is a good way to get practice and help you find your niche. For example, writing about gardening tips, then property division and divorce, then the top 5 reasons your car might break down can seem chaotic. It's just way too much information to process, and it can make the research and writing process super slow. My experience with niching. When I got started, I took writing and virtual assistant projects on everything. My first painful lesson was from a client who hired me to write software articles and wasn't happy with the final product. It was doubly painful because they were so hard for me to write. It took me days to get one article done, and I didn't enjoy it. The whole time I was second-guessing myself, but I didn't know until I wrote a software article that it was a